Ready?
What's up, guys? It's Carlos from Daily Carrier Solutions. I'm here at Blade Show 2022 with Eric from the Outer Limitless YouTube channel and a company named KNAFS. You may recognize the man who owns the company from What Is Up, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and let it defer over to him to kind of talk a little bit more about the company, not only about the KNAFS, but the non-KNAFS stuff, so stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. So as I said before, we got Ben over here at the KNAFS booth.
Absolutely.
At Blade Show 2022. So I would be remiss if I didn't at least bring up the banter.
Yeah.
I mean, the WE Banter.
So
I mean, it started it.
The cool thing about this knife is this WE Banter is the knife that has allowed us to do all this stuff full time. So we kind of took a chance on me, made my goofy design, and it's allowed us to really launch. So we carry this at KNAFS, we carry it, you can buy it at Blade HQ, you can buy it on Amazon, wherever you want. But was my first design, which is crazy. Like Ben Peterson knife designer, I don't know, I don't know that, it's just fun. It's really cool.
Well, what I think is really cool about this knife, and this is why I wanted to touch on the banter, is like I've seen it grow from just the standard Ben Blue, and then I mean the different scales, the different the colorways, even just the exclusives. I mean, it's not exclusive to just the KNAFS Co website. It's you have it. You see Knife Center, House of Blades, Blade HQ.
Yes.
You've got a lot of there, and you have some upcoming releases. I see here, you got this one here.
Yeah, my Carta's about to come out.
Nice.
So this was supposed to come out in March of 2021, and there were some problems with the scales. So we ended up pulling it back and resetting. And so this will be releasing in July, which I'm stoked about. A lot of people have wanted that green micarta for a long time, and it's nice. I like it a lot.
No, well, I got to tell you, the green micarta feels really, really good on
you
here.
You like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice departure from what you would see, like very shiny, smooth, non-tacky micarta. I've always seen micarta as more of a tacky, it'll get wet, but it'll still stay grippy in your hand. And for a smaller knife, I think that means a lot more, it translates a lot more into this kind of a design. So I'm glad that you went ahead and you went with this option.
Yeah,
so
I'm excited about this one. We'll have a little sneak peek. We'll have a micarta baby banter coming out.
Okay.
You didn't hear that from me, though. That's a secret. Keep that. No, I'm excited about it because basically we've got, I think in themes, right? We're going to do a banter. We're going to do a baby banter. We're going to do a micarta. We're going to do a micarta over here and over there. And it's a fun game to play. Like I just love the idea of you do small, medium, large. You do green, blue, reds. It's super enjoyable.
So one thing I noticed that's actually taking, I guess it's taking over EDC by storm. I guess with knives, I've seen them with some of these other brands, and now I'm seeing it with you guys. Is like Tritium.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk to me about that. How did that wind up?
Okay, so if you don't know what Tritium is, basically it is a radioactive isotope that glows in the dark, but the radiation doesn't penetrate your skin, so it's totally safe. Which is fun because they put a little piece of it into the thumb stud, and then it lights up your knife at night, which is super fun. So there's a green one and a blue one, and it's one of those things that I was not a believer in Tritium in terms of it's just like an accessory, an expensive accessory. Like this is a $28 stud, but once you get it on there, you're like, this glows in the dark, and it's cool.
Well, it's the gotta have it factor, you know, and I mean it's that little something that sets it apart. And I hate to have to stop here and kind of delve into the baby banter, but I have to bring up Space Kitty scales.
Yeah.
I mean, talk to me about these two because you have two variants. Let's talk about those.
So here's what happened: is there's a company called Amplify EDC, and they hit me up and they're like, when the banter came out, they were like, hey, we can print anything you want on the side of this thing. And I was like, you said anything. And so I made these kitty scales, this original kitty scales, and people loved them. And I actually bet my wife lunch when I launched it. She was like, those aren't going to sell. And I said, I'll bet you by lunch we sold 100. In the next hour we've sold 100. We sold 100 and she had to buy me lunch. It was great. But I love the idea of creating a product that is playful. It's fun. It's not aggressive. If you pull this out, you're not mugging somebody with a kitty space knife. Like, you know, like it doesn't say I'm gonna
Nobody
shank you.
wants to be mugged by the dude with the kitty space knife either.
No.
Let's be real,
No.
okay? 'Cause,
Not at all.
It goes both ways.
Yeah, it really does. But that's the thing is like it's totally non-aggressive and it works in any environment. And it's playful. I think if we can't laugh about the fact that we're all sitting here geeking out over knives, like something's wrong, right?
He gets it. He gets it. Nice.
Like the thing is this is a hobby. It's a fun hobby for most people. It's a tool at the same time, so you get hobby plus tool, which to me is like the
Synergy,
epicenter.
yeah.
Yeah, the epicenter of cool. But I love the fact that I can have fun with it and people enjoy it with me. It's really fun. So we got Mars. We're going to Jupiter soon with the kitty.
That's crazy.
It's wild.
I think that's a really cool design. I was a huge fan of the Baby Banter when I got to go ahead and check it out. I ended up buying one. I bought the blue with the black, and it replaced one of my other smaller knives from another maker. And I don't want to go ahead and make them famous because it's a KNAFS video, but it's a smaller maker. We'll talk about that after the video. I can tell you what it was replaced with. And but I love it. Nitro V. I mean, you know, different scale options. Obviously, loving that Space Kitty pattern. So
You should.
I dig it. I dig it. Thank you so much for showing me that. So let's go ahead and check out the Lander.
Yeah, let's do it. So I actually have them in hand.
All right.
So this is my brand new design. It's called the Lander, and it's kind of a goofy little knife overall. It's just tiny, not a big one. Let me flick it open. So 2 colors, D2 steel, and deep carry pocket clip. But the fun thing about it to me, and maybe we can put in some footage after this, you pull these 4 screws off and the whole scale comes off. So we talked about kitties, we talked about customization. That is like the holy grail of customization in my mind, because you can pull them right off and you don't have to deal with reassembling the entire knife. So that to me is exciting. But then the other part about it is I made the scales open source. So you can go to KNAFS.com, you can download the CAD file, the STP file for the scales, and you can print them on your own. You can manufacture them, open source, do whatever you want with them. So to me, it's like opening this up to the community to be able to do their own iterations of this thing. So I'm excited about that.
I love that theme. I guess I can call it like an open source, just like an open source knife.
The handles, yeah.
And a lot of companies, which I find very distinct with you and this knife, is a lot of companies don't like to encourage the users to take down the knives. And I'm telling you now, 9 out of 9 people that purchase knives.
9 out of 9, is that 90%?
Yeah, 100%. But say 9.5 out of 10. That one half is the baby with the screws and stuff. But they want to go ahead and take stuff apart,
They do.
tinker with it, clean it, put it back together, know how it works. You know, and companies, a lot of them just like to avoid warranties. They frown on that. So having something like this where you can not only take it apart, it's easy to take apart, and you can, you open source for scales, so you can go ahead, as long as you have access to a 3D printer, you know, you can create something for this. I think it's fantastic. So, beautiful blade shape.
Thank you.
Very nice size. I think it's gonna be a hit.
Thank you.
Well, I don't have to tell you. You already have 2.
Oh, I don't know about that, man. You never know. When you create something, you're kind of like sending it out to see if it flies and see if it floats, right? Like it's always an experiment. But I'm excited about it. People seem to be excited about it.
Well, that's great. I can't wait to see when it comes out. You said in October.
October 2022. Yep.
All right. Sounds good. Ben, thank you so much for taking a moment to go ahead and talk to me about, you know, some of the offerings that you have through some of the the different companies, as well as some through KNAFS. I'm looking forward to see what comes across with the Lander. I want to go ahead and check out that open source, see maybe I can make some scales for it. Definitely. But again, have a great blade show. Thank you for taking a moment to go ahead and talk to us. And
of course. Absolutely.
Hopefully we'll see you soon with some new stuff.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Thanks for watching, guys.